Doesn't excuse anything in mine.
Time to pay the piper, Umlau. Okay.
Oh, Werner, you finally pays the piper.
But yeah, all these guys were scumbags.
Ooh, look at Werner going to work for NASA. Like the guys who are just in handcuffs going to Nuremberg. Like they're like, oh, Werner impress the Americans. Ooh. He gets to live.
After the war ended, we were snatching up Kraut scientists like hotcakes. You don't believe me? Walk into NASA sometime and yell Heil Hitler. Whoop! They all jump straight up.
To help show you what is being done to solve these problems, we have called upon one of the foremost exponents of space travel, Dr. Werner von Braun. He was also overall director of the development of the original V-2 rocket.
If we were to start today on an organized and well-supported space program, I believe a practical passenger rocket could be built and tested within 10 years.
In direct violation of the Nuremberg Code, which was written because of medical experiments by Nazi war criminals, many of whom, after World War II, spoiler alert, came to work for the CI goddamn A.
26 cramp. 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Lift off and the clock is started. Yes, sir. Reading it loud and clear. This is Freedom 7. The fuel is go. 1.2G. Cabin at 14.
I feel like Norwegians are everything that Nazis wanted to be.
Yeah.
Like
you ever? There's a whole conspiracy theory that Swedish people are actually aliens.
Yeah.
And like the Nazis collaborated with them, and their whole goal was to be 6'2", blonde hair, blue eyes, which some Germans are. Most are not.
Yeah, but like
like
Vikings.
Yeah,
still
Vikings. Yeah.
Except they're a bunch of fucking 5'10", 170 pound, third place Olympic pieces of shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think I nailed that. Pretty
Third
much.
place, nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rough. You know, they
this close to beating the black guy, huh?
Nazis came close.
But anyways, welcome to the 1945 Nazi draft.
Well, we're going to see who goes first this round. We certainly don't know what the Russians are going to do with the second round pick.
But and it's important to note that there's only 2 countries picking today.
Yeah, man. Pretty intense stuff going back and forth there with the old Ruskies and the U.S. after WW2.
You know, it's just the big dogs.
Yeah.
Big dogs being like, now what?
We're talking the evolution of the edge players right here. You know, it's not DNs and linebackers. It's now it's just edge player who runs a 4.4, also comes up with how to make synthetic rubber.
Yeah.
He's 280 pounds.
He's got great tape, dude. From the death camps, dude, just great tape. Like,
you should have seen him at training camp, dude.
Passes the eye test, dude. For sure,
yeah, man.
You know.
Just coming up with all sorts of concoctions, different ways to kill Jewish people. Just out of the box stuff.
A different kind of water to drown them. They're like, what do you mean? They're like, seawater. Fuck, are you kidding?
This kid's different. All right. We're gonna have to take him early. All right. So yeah, we're talking little
Operation
thing called
Paperclip.
Operation Paperclip, folks. Go ahead. Yeah, do you want to lay it into what?
We'll tag team it, but basically it was after World War II. We were basically mining all of the resources from Nazi Germany, this massive superpower that was definitely the best army, but was just by themselves versus everyone.
Yeah.
So they lost, and we're like, well, we think they have a bunch of shit that we just have no idea about.
Yeah.
So part of the resources that I'm talking about are humans. And the minds of these humans. So not just all the fucking tanks and shit and all the money or whatever, Nazi gold, in quotes, all the land, we were like, well, they have all these scientists and we think they might be doing some crazy shit. So yeah, we should definitely kind of just take some of these guys and give them jobs before Russia does.
Yeah.
That's essentially what it was. And it was a program that lasted probably like 15 years.
Yeah.
Because, some of these guys.
Well, I would almost say it lasted like the lifetime of those people.
Yeah, the lifetime of those people. That's
because,
a good point.
Because, dude, like when I started reading about this, it was like I thought a couple scientists came over to the old U.S. side. We took them, and the reason it's called Paperclip is because this was all underground stuff. It was like, we're going to try these guys. We're going to take them to the fucking Nuremberg trials. And we're just going to see what these guys all did. No big deal. We don't need to figure out anything else out, really. But really, there was like people on the inside like going over their files like, oh, this guy came up with like the new chemical that they used, because it drops in August and it kills like
the Nazis took copious amount of notes on everything. And Germans, of course, they had a immaculate file system.
Yeah.
So we're finding all this. We're finding basically we got the dossier on all these fucking guys.
Yeah.
And we're like,
exactly.
Oh, this is weird. Like drowning a guy with seawater. That's interesting.
Yeah, man. So
what does that do?
They found out.
Jesus, man. Poor, it's so fucking dark.
But they took the guys that were like the most brilliant minds, and they put a little an actual paperclip
on their
file or whatever the fuck. I forget what it wasn't called Operation Paperclip till after. I forget what
called like something like Operation Sunset or something like that. Some bullshit.
Operation, we're not really doing this, but we're doing this. But yeah, they put a little paperclip on there, and then that way it'd get to the higher up honchos. And they were like, oh, this guy's fucking super genius,
Well, yeah, also, like, so the war ends, and we, basically, this is kind of how it actually went down. Outside of finding all these files and shit, like, we're just like, all right, well, who developed the rocket program? So they'd ask around, like, gather whatever intelligence we had, and then we'd be like, all right, send over, like, 5 guys from, like, Lockheed Martin, Boeing, and like send over a German because we got to interview all these people and find out like who really knows what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, these 20 can leave. Yeah, just send them to the trial or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, all right, keep these 5 guys. Yeah, let's talk to them, and they'd like find out how much they know, like what they were working on. So they interviewed all these people once the war ended. And also, you gotta, it was during a fucking war, so some of these guys were scattered all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
Which is why it didn't all happen at once. So yeah, they interviewed them, they got the files, but they knew some of them were going to trial.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Well, that's just it. And when you come to find out that, and dude, especially today, it's weird that like Nazis today are like associated with a political party in the United States, like
just in this country,
and it's
everywhere else.
It's what it is. The
what
worst
it is, yeah.
murderous human beings.
Yeah, the
on
worst
the planet.
regime.
Yeah,
you know.
But here it's like, oh my god,
all that shit's illegal in Germany.
Yeah, you can't even.
You can go to fucking jail.
Yeah, you can't have any of that shit. Any of the swastika can't be anywhere.
Yeah, on like your clothing or anything. Yeah,
it's all gone.
Yeah, pretty wild, dude.
I'd like to see a pair of Yeezys come out with that and just drop them in.
Yeah, if Kanye had any fucking balls, dude, he would put out his new Yeezys with a bunch of swastikas on. Didn't he do that at one point?
I don't think so, dude. That's
black skinhead. Didn't he come out with?
Oh, that was a song. Yeah.
No. But his live performance of that, he came out with like a kilt and like a weird shirt. Didn't one of them have a swastika on it?
I don't know, man.
I vaguely, and I could be making this whole thing up, but
it's
Kanye, dude.
Yeah, it's Kanye. I wouldn't put it past him.
Anytime I have him, I'm like, well, did that happen? Because he's out of his fucking mind.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, dude, we saw him at a show where, when he first started just wearing a mask all the time, like just
fucking gimp mask.
Yeah,
like he's fucking trapped in a box in Pulp Fiction.
Fucking Zed's in the back waiting for the show to end. Fucking hey, dude.
Got 2 flies in the spider web. The creepiest shit, dude.
So, they find these guys. So, again, Nazis, like, I don't think we need to make clear, but also we'll just make clear just, like, inhuman, terrible, worst regime, awful, murderous, genocidal maniacs who only believed in, like, one belief of just like, we're gonna be pure white Aryan people. So going forward, however the fuck you guys, I don't know how that ever got mixed up with like people who own guns. It
just is what it is, man.
It just is what it is. But the U.S. gets over 1,600 of these fucking scientists, dude, from Nazi Germany that are, dude, I don't care who you are, because there's like arguments of some of the documentaries that I was watching where it was even a relatives that were like, well, my grandpa wasn't a bad guy. He wasn't a war criminal. It's like, dude, did he wear that cap with the skull on it, bud?
Yeah.
Are we the baddies?
Hans. Are we the baddies?
Yeah, dude. So they round up all these guys.
Well, real quick too. So they basically went up to him and they're like, "You want to go to fucking Russia?"
Yeah.
Like, because that's where you're gonna go, dude. Like,
yeah.
Even if they weren't in the Russian occupied zone, because Berlin essentially gets split up by all the allies.
Yeah.
2 biggest zones are the United States and England, France. Everybody gets a little piece. But basically, it's split by this wall that's allies in fucking Russia.
Yeah.
So East Berlin, what I thought was interesting was they did something similar, but they just kind of like looked at files and they were like, all right, so let's get like 5,000 troops. Everybody take 2 guys, go to their houses and tell them they now live in Russia and to get in the fucking truck or we're going to shoot them. And that's essentially how they did. They did 2,000 people in one night.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, and some of their families weren't there, so they went and got them later. Like,
we'll get you guys later, dude.
Fucking family's going to be fine, dude. Just get in the truck. And then we just straight up came to him and we're like, listen, it's, we just laid it out. We're like, this is the fucking deal.
Yeah.
We are worried that you guys might have some information about nuclear technology, and we're afraid about that getting into the hands of Russia. We saw what you guys did with those V2 rockets.
Yeah.
That was the huge concern.
Yeah.
For getting these guys. And then the rest of them, they were like, well, we're grabbing these fucking rocket nerds, dude. Like, let's just, what else they got?
Yeah.
Like, we're going to be at war with Russia soon.
Yeah.
Oh, and also, we were still at war with Japan. So that was the one thing. We're like, dude, we're still at war with Japan while this is going on.
I didn't know that. What?
Yeah, dude. Japan, the war didn't end until later. So that was also part of it. They were like, dude, we're stealing everybody. Like, because we need to win this fucking war with Japan.
Yeah.
We're thinking about doing some things to their couple cities of theirs. And they were like, oh yeah, what's that? And you're like, let's just get you in a fucking lab and we'll tell you all about it, dude. Just shut up. Just sign the paper and get in the plane.
Some fucking Corporal D'Acquisto. What is it that you need out of these Japanese folks? We need to end this now. These fucking guys think they made up pasta. What the fuck? There's no thing like spaghetti. Fuck these guys.
You fucking hear this bullshit? No, so yeah, that was still going on. So that was kind of the first thing, but they were also like, yeah, Russia fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Most of the country hates commies. They kind of don't like us.
Yeah.
Stalin's cool, but he's a dick. That's what,
Deja vu, man. But I know.
So yeah, that was essentially what it was. Like, we needed to win the war with Japan. We were looking ahead also.
Yeah.
That's essentially what it was.
And they're jumping on that shit of looking ahead. One of the first things that they looked at, it was these two brothers that were making aircrafts.
Oh yeah,
is that what do you call them? Airplanes.
Yeah, airplanes.
But fighter aircraft.
Luftwaffe.
Yes. Yeah. And they make these two brothers end up making, and I see a picture of it, and I'm like, dude, that looks exactly like a B-52. I think it's a B-52 stealth bomber. Is that a thing, right?
The triangle one?
Yeah. So they show this one with a big old fucking swastika on it. They're like, yeah, these two brothers made this up in...
Das ist gut. They brought him in there. They're like, I don't know. We got these two brothers. Like, let's go check them out, I guess. And then, they open up. All these Germans were like, just don't fucking kill us. We'll show you whatever. And then they're like, das ist plane.
Yeah.
Ist gut.
They're like, fast.
Kill lot of people in London. We're like, yeah, let's take these guys.
Yeah. So I mean, dude, it's immediate. As soon as the Allies basically just are taking over, getting all these guys, getting all their information. It's immediate. What do you guys know? What are you guys trying out? And this is everything from fucking, are there things that you've come up with that nobody has yet in terms of textiles?
Whatever.
And
it starts with nukes, it goes down to aviation, and then it goes
chemicals. Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
chemicals,
biological weapons,
and
medicine,
they call it ABCs, something like that. Aerial, battlefield, and chemical, or some shit like that. I forget what. I'm fucking that up, definitely. But it was dude, everything from top to bottom of just finding out what these fucking guys are getting into. And
what he fucks up to?
Yeah, dude.
That's what the CIA was at. What do you fucks up to?
Yeah,
well,
man.
the OSS, whatever. Army intelligence, same fucking thing.
Yeah, and they're getting this information. They're finding out these.
No, here's what they did. They sat down and they're interrogation room. There, two guys sit down. They look at this just German guy. They're like, "You got nukes? We heard you got nukes, man." He's like, "Yeah, we have some nuclear technology." We're like,
yeah, fucking knew it.
Sorry,
dude.
man, I interrupted.
Fucking knew it. Fucking Hans is over there like, shut up.
You moved me to Huntsville. I finished my technology. Huntsville. He's like, yeah. I seen postcard. Where the fuck is Huntsville?
Yeah, man.
They didn't even know.
They didn't know. They're like, I read fucking
conditions in Alabama for nuclear warheads are
optimal. Yeah, man. But yeah, they start getting all this information, getting all this shit, and what else? That some of the guys right off the bat that got into, because we haven't even talked about this. So these brilliant fucking minds, the first place the U.S. is like, where should we fucking put these fucking mega genius German fucks?
Fucking nerds, dude.
Fucking nerds. You know where nerds belong?
The German nerd draft.
You know where a fucking nerd belongs? Is at NASA.
And then the president was like, the fuck is NASA, dude? They're like, sir, good news. We're getting all these German scientists.
Yeah.
I was like, that's great. Like, you know, which branch of the military? No, sir. No, not the military. We're going to put them in NASA. He's like, don't fuck with me.
NASA? What the fuck is NASA? So one of the fucking first guys that I think it's the first guy that was running NASA. The first director of NASA's Launch Operations Center.
Is that Dorbus guy?
Yeah, Kurt DeBoos. So this guy is a war. I mean, all of these guys are war criminals. I'm gonna just keep saying that because dude, a Nazi's a fucking Nazi, dude. Maybe that's just my patriotism.
Well,
but dude, a Nazi's a fucking Nazi.
And we should say to anybody who had any value, the only way to rise up in Germany was to join the party.
Yeah, dude.
That's how you get the most prominent positions. So
Yeah.
anybody of worth was high up in the party.
Yeah.
Now, what you say about their political beliefs, whatever. I mean, you know, what they thought personally doesn't really matter when you are at the top of the food chain of an organization that literally declares war on the world and tries to systematically genocide a fucking group of people, man.
Well, dude,
like, it's too much, man.
That's the argument that some
fucked up.
people have, dude. They're like, you know, but what he believed, the individual, it's like, yeah, dude, he's also
time to pay the fucking price. Dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? Like, that's what it is, dude. Yeah, you know what? You did some great things. Time to, you know, it doesn't excuse anything in my
time to pay the piper, umlau. Okay.
Oh, Werner, you finally pays the piper.
But yeah, all these guys were scumbags.
Ooh, look at Werner going to work for NASA. Like the guys who are just in handcuffs going to Nuremberg. Like they're like, oh, Werner impress the Americans. He gets to live. Like they're like,
No, man, like, shit. So, dude, and the fucked up thing too that, like, by the time these guys were all these scientists were running, so these scientists right beforehand, to give you guys paint a picture too, they're doing tests on Jews, on people,
all the prisoners they took. So yeah, I mean it was mostly Jews. It was like 90% Jews. But like, you know, political prisoners, priests, gay people, basically anybody that was deemed not desirable.
Anybody
by the
that needed
fucking party.
fixing.
Yeah. A lot of Polacks, dude. They were like, what's wrong? They were like, I mean,
you hear these jokes?
What do you mean?
Yeah, so they're doing all these horrible fucking tests on people. And one thing I wanted to point out too was that, like, before these guys, all these scientists got into these nerds, dude. Really, they're fucking
nerds, dude.
So one thing that these guys did,
you know, they're fucking hardcore nerds who aided in the deaths of millions of people.
Yeah,
we're like, there's a fucking hardcore, dude. We gotta get those nerds, dude.
Like these.
Yeah, that was FDR in his fucking chair. He's like, you gotta get me those nerds. Dude. Was he dead? Was it Truman by now? I fucked up the timeline on that, but
no.
Anyways,
I don't know. On. I can't remember. But fuck, what was I saying?
I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. One thing that these fucking nerds did, where they like wanted to be like these tough guys. So I don't know if you looked into this.
No, I didn't know this.
But they wanted to be tough guys, like real, earn their fucking stripes. And a good portion of these fucking guys in the 30s, early 40s, they would have fencing competitions and they would have scars. Like, they did not wear the fucking shield. They'd wear these, like, goggles that protected their eyeballs. But they'd wear nothing else and use, like, real tipped, I don't know.
I heard that lady author. That woman.
Wow.
Annie,
wow, guys. I'm sorry,
Christ,
dude. I'm
dude.
sorry for my friend here, dude. All right?
Annie Jacobson.
Yeah.
I heard her talking about this.
Sorry about my friend, guys. Fucking wow, dude. You're going to get us
It's a lady author.
You're going to
sorry.
get us canceled, bro.
In my head, I was still talking like Hans, dude. But I was, using my voice.
Oh, shit. Yeah, but
The lady author's book was fantastic. There's a part on fencing.
very good for a woman, Yeah, she's okay. They used to do these fucking fencing like competition, and then they used to do it in front of fucking Germans. In Auschwitz, they had a sportsman fencing team,
Like the guards?
like the scientists, scientists, and they would just have these like friendly competitions in the front
Oh
of.
my God, do they have the prisoners watch?
Yeah, they just have them like in bleachers.
That'd be like the perfect time to revolt.
Just grab one of those fucking things, dude.
I mean,
but there's also
you're all gathered together. Am I wrong?
dude, you're also like so malnourished, and I don't.
No,
care.
I know, of course. I'm not.
But I know,
not judging, dude.
and I get what you're saying too, because it's like, also you have,
The first 6 guys always die. So
Yeah.
it's like who starts this thing?
but you'd have like 700 to 1,000, just like 90-pound guys. So these nerd fucking wannabe
Fucking
hard
nerds,
asses would fence, and they would purposefully get scarred on their face.
Yeah, I
like,
thought they were sweet, dude.
yeah, like, and it's like 50% of these guys have a fucking big ol' nasty, and then they used to put hair in it to make it more pronounced.
Yeah, it's disgusting, dude.
Which is so fucking gross.
And they're scientists too. You'd think they'd be like, give me some like vitamin E,
Yeah.
makes your skin,
No, they were like, make it worse.
That's that's one of those things like, you're in this club, quote unquote, in quotes, club, and like,
Yeah.
all these other guys are out just killing people.
Yeah.
You're part of the military that just, you indirectly kill people. Like, how do you prove your manhood?
Yeah.
This is how people know.
You want to know?
I don't fuck around, dude.
You want to know how I got these scars?
Does Werner von Braun have one of those?
I think he did.
Did he really?
Yeah, I think he did. Like the
I don't
big.
know. Well, he became like a Disney guy. That's what I was saying. Like, did they just like put a shitload of makeup on him?
Probably. I mean, him, and I know for sure Kurt DeBus.
Kurt the Bots?
He had one, and it's a nasty. Look at this fucking thing, bro. Look at that thing on his chin.
Yeah, like, go fuck yourself, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
You're not.
I want to win, dude. I don't want to get stabbed.
Yeah. But that's what it was, dude. It was
They were secretly hoping, like,
yeah,
I did
fuck up my
slash
face, dude. Fuck up my face.
Jesus, dude. It's a little more fierce.
So that's what these guys would do. So, anyways, these fucking nerds, we start plucking them, pruning them. We get them into NASA. The first fucking director of NASA's Launch Operations Center, Kurt DeBus, whatever the fuck his name is. This guy was a mega genius, and like immediately was like buddy with JFK, or like I think a couple years later or something, because there's a picture.
That was years later.
Yeah, because there's a picture of this fucking guy. I don't know if you saw it.
No, I've seen the picture. Yeah,
Where he's just chilling.
they're watching one of the
launches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because this is a huge part of Kennedy's whole thing. He's like, we are going to the moon, or however the fuck that's like whatever.
We are going to the moon. Yeah.
It's like the weirdest Boston accent I've ever heard in my fucking life.
Ask not what you will do for your country, About what you,
Dude,
your
rich,
country.
rich, snobby Boston accent is hilarious. From the 60s. Like, dumbest fucking thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, he eventually, obviously, that's a famous photo of, it's him, it's LBJ, and it's Werner von Braun. And they're watching one of the rockets launch.
Wait, Werner's in this one too?
He's in that photo too. I'm like,
I think on this
I'm like
side,
90% sure.
Okay.
But yeah, dude, it was that's what the Cold War had become at that point. It was like, well, other than the Cuban Missile Crisis, like it was more just about like posturing and showing who, just a big fucking dick swinging contest.
Yeah.
And like space program. This is pretty much the best way to do that at that point.
Yeah. Fuck, I was gonna say Von Braun. So that was like the main guy, wasn't it?
He was the pick of the litter, dude.
That was the first round pick.
Dude.
First overall pick.
Oh, the pick is in. Let's see who it is.
Guys, we got the first overall pick is in.
Commissioner's walking in the
Oh
stage.
shit, dude. Oh my god.
First overall pick.
Oh my god.
Nazi draft.
Oh fuck.
The American slug. Werner von Braun.
Oh.
V2 program.
Boo!
Jet spin. I don't know why they're booing. V2 rocket program is a great program. Guy's got great tape. Killed 40,000 people in London. I don't know why everybody's booing here. It's a great first.
Look, the guy's stats are great. The intangibles are amazing.
Listen,
okay?
this motherfucker's overpaid. This is bullshit. He's gonna ask for a huge deal. I think they should have went with Donbas.
Yeah. Otto Ambrose was there. Otto Ambrose was the guy. Okay, we all thought he was gonna go number one.
Okay, fellas, I got to cut in. Apparently, the Russians have absconded with. It sounds like 2,000 of the actual prospects. So the draft is essentially over after one pick. Once they realized what the Americans had done, they said, "Fuck it, let's just take everybody."
Yeah.
And they were like, "What do you mean?" They were like, "Hey, this is a gun. Don't make me shoot you. Get in the truck."
Yeah, man.
And they did.
Yeah.
Gruden. And then Gruden pops on. He's like, "Listen, this Werner von Braun, I tell you."
Oh God, don't get me started. This guy's tougher than a $2 steak. Okay, this guy will have coverage all over the U.S.
Listen, I took him in the QB room. I said that V2 rocket program is something. You guys got a great playbook.
I go, listen, Van Braun, I'm going to draw up a play. This is Spider 2Y Banana. And this guy comes up with a concoction that has been gassing kids for, 3 good years now. Just knocking them out dead. No problem.
He's like, it would be easier to assemble a bomb with one of my V2 rockets, which contains a poison gas.
Oh, shit. So you're talking Spider 1 Z Banana.
Yes, Spider 1. Kill all the Jews. Just Gruden just going, wow, that's...
That is...
I can't even like...
Just hearing Gruden talking about Nazis.
Yeah, it's great. It's great fucking strategy.
Yeah.
Werner.
I think
It's Werner, correct?
That's how it's pronounced. Yeah. But the other guys, I think the doctors, the Surgeon General guys.
See, this is where it gets kind of dark.
Yeah.
like Werner von Braun, yeah, he was in charge of the V2 rocket. It killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
But it was mostly experimental and only used at the end of the war. But he was like the main guy because we're like, how the fuck did he do that? Because like that is impressive. Like the whole system that he set up, we were like, this is really impressive. We got to get this guy. So we scooped him up. But the guys who were really scary were the guys who were working on biological warfare.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And just medicine in general.
Yeah.
And our whole thing with that is like, we cannot let these guys
Go to the other side. Yeah.
And that's the thing, because we found out they got some of those guys, but we're like, fuck, now we need some of those guys.
Yeah.
Like, who else is available?
Look, we have Doctors Schreiber.
It was draft day, and we were like, fuck, who else is on the board, dude? Russia just took... fuck.
The literal war room is freaking out. They're sweating fucking bullets. The only guys on the board, it looks like we got Schreiber and we got Bloom. Bloom. I forget how you pronounce it. I think one of them was a Surgeon General.
Black delegation select M&M. Sorry, dude. Sorry.
No, but these were two of the guys who were physicians that had contracts right away from 49 to 52. And this guy Schreiber was like...
He's a fucking creep, dude.
Yeah, but he is another guy. I think he's the one who they were going to take him to Nuremberg. It's either him or this Bloom guy. But
I think it was the Bloom guy.
That a week or 2 weeks before.
They were like, they got a tap on the shoulder. They were like, hey, man, you know, don't tell Israel. Maybe hide that guy's file.
Oh, dude, man. But see, like, the question over and over that people are probably asking themselves and continue to ask themselves now about this whole thing is like, was there means to the, like, you know, we can ask that at the end of this. Yeah, we can ask, we'll figure that out at the end of this. But it's like, the whole time you're just like, dude, these are horrible, horrible people. Like,
it would be fine if they didn't become just American citizens and just like no consequences.
Yeah, one guy, I forget who it is.
But on the other hand, like, if any of these guys tried to walk away, what do you think would have happened? Do you think we would have killed them, locked them up, gave them to Israel? What do you think we would have
done? The
done?
U.S. would have fucking capped them.
Yeah.
Like, no question. Like,
if they try to walk, like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, what if somebody would have said that and, like, tried to leave?
Yeah. I mean, after copious amounts of, like, attempted brainwashing, taking LSD,
like, dude, like,
acid.
what's that fucking brainwashing thing? CIA, right? It's like, yeah, hey, Alan Dulles, nice to meet you. And they're like, you got, like, a brainwashing thing going on. And they're like, yeah, it's not quite there yet.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Fucking kill him.
Yeah, dude. But that's just it. I mean, there was no chance. And I get why these guys comply, too.
Because they didn't want to get scooped up by Russia, live in a fucking, you know, some apartment, roach-infested apartment in Moscow.
Yeah.
And basically have a gun put in their head when they fuck up an experiment.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? Like,
these guys...
They got a good life.
Yeah. These guys were watching Dick Van Dyke, and they were like, that's the life that I would
They were like, this is not bad.
I like some Mary Tyler Moore. She's good, yeah.
They were like, have you seen this TV? Yeah, like the first night they got on the phone, they were like, Verna, this is pretty sweet. Like, I'm not going to lie. My wife tried to talk me out of it. I was skeptical myself. This is nice.
Werner, I had my first cookout. Do you know what that's
fucking cookouts?
A cookout.
Yeah, and then he goes, oh, cookouts! Oh! Like, he just loves it.
The fucking Umlaut's like, oh, Jews?
Oh, yes. Yes, there are Jews around. Thankfully, not many. You know, we are in Alabama, Huntsville. So nice.
Yeah, man. So yeah, they started. What were we just talking about? The guys that Schreiber and Bloom or Bloom, whatever it was. Yeah, these guys are in their own little fucking world of horrible,
creepy,
experimental,
like very just odd shit deal. Yeah. Like. Yeah, just like odd medical experiments.
Well,
like,
dude, and
what is your goal?
Yeah, because dude, one of those guys, I think it was Schreiber, who had written a letter to someone saying like, "Hey, look, I know you sent this over like 100 people, and on the way here, like 50 of them died. So can you just send some more? We're gonna keep on experimenting on them. 25 of my own died." But yeah, just keep sending some more. And it was just like,
they're like, these syphilis experiments are going great. We've killed almost everybody.
send more people. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. And also, the medical shit, like, we can get back to that in a second, but let's just go back to Werner von Braun. Like, the factories that were building V2 rockets were using slave labor.
Yeah.
All Jews, all political prisoners, all fucking POWs, whatever.
Back when shit got done.
Yeah. And the one thing I did... Christ, man. Jesus Christ.
Just a little Nazi humor, guys.
It's just a little not. This episode's just been sprinkled with a little Nazi humor. You folks just gotta, take it in stride.
Just Nazi horseplay.
Yeah, literally. Scratch your face, Nazi horseplay.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I cut you off about the medical guys.
Fuck. What was I just gonna say?
Werner, medical guys, experimental, the things they were doing. Oh shit! I'm sorry. Fuck.
That's all right, dude. It was one fact I just wanted to pop in with, and I was gonna get back to you. I can't remember. Fuck it.
All right.
Cut this out. Cut this out.
Cut it. Cut that. But yeah, I didn't look into like a whole ton of the medical stuff. I mean, I know it was fucked up, but I feel like also what's documented.
Let's just reiterate again. Like, we got 1,600 of these guys, all super important to the war effort in Germany, and to attain that status, you have to be high up in the party.
Yeah,
and there's only. Like, I don't care how much you want to, all their ancestors want to say, like, he was actually a good guy. Sure he was. Could care less, dude. You were part of this massive war machine that is responsible for the deaths of millions of fucking people.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Right.
Like, there's no way around it.
Yeah. And it's smart. And dude,
that's the bigger point. Like, I think people want to focus on like, what did this guy actually do? Like, what were the terrible? It's like, no. Let's just stick with the bigger picture. Nazis.
Yeah. Well, I think the argument too that a lot of those family members have.
I'd say the same thing, probably.
Right? Maybe.
Probably.
I don't think you would. I honestly don't think you would. I think you get to the point where you're just like, dude, you learn about how bad these guys are. Like, the worst people in the closest amount of time in our lifetime. Do you know what I mean by that? Like, that's why, like, I'm not going to get into a race thing, but, like, I mean, a race thing in general is just like people, people who are most affected by racism right now are black people because it's the most recently affected to us right now. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. So like the worst people that in our generation that we've learned about, we didn't live it, but they're still grandparents or great grandparents probably at this point, if they're still alive, that are like connected. They still have are there any more?
Most of those people are dead or dying.
Yeah. Who still have their tattoos. Dude, I mean, that's heavy thinking about that, where you're just like, oh, this human being is a literal barcode to these fucking people.
Dude, that's why I was like, that's why when you said you had never seen X-Men First Class, I was like, I got something to show you, man. I was like, let's pull up this little Argentina clip, dude.
Yeah.
With Michael Fassbender. When he just turns over his arm and they both are like, fuck. Like,
yeah.
We're about to die.
But I was going to say, there was one guy, I forget who it is, but I think after he had done his quote unquote duty with NASA, with the U.S. government. I believe he was some sort of, obviously a scientist or doctor. But after he'd done his duty, he was like looking to retirement. And people were still, like, people constantly were on these scientists. Once this got out, like, I think towards like the 60s, there was somebody, even like when this was going on, people were like, what the fuck? Why do we have these fucking Nazis in the U.S. programs? And the U.S. was literally like, no, these are the good ones. But they were all terrible people. We just wanted that, the U.S. just wanted that information. But there was one guy, I forget who it was, and it must have been more of them now thinking about it. But they were honestly like, hey, man, you're fucking coming up on 75, 80 years old. Do you want to fucking retire because we're going to make you retire and go to Germany where you're probably going to have to pay for your fucking horrible war criminal activity? Or do you want to fucking go to Argentina or something? And the fucking... Dude, all these guys just ended up going to Argentina. That's why the case for, like, Hitler... The people who still think Hitler might be alive... Or not alive now, but, like, lived into his old age in Argentina. I'm like...
The Argentina thing, like, they didn't just go there. They got smuggled there.
Yeah, for sure.
And there was... That's a whole nother episode. Yeah. It's called Rat Lines.
Yeah,
dude,
man.
I love the end of World War II. There's so much shit to talk about. Like,
yeah.
So we'll talk about this another time. Basically, the rat lines through Italy was a huge one. Some of the Scandinavian countries had like substantial, not like big populations of people who were Nazi sympathizers, but like strong, like small, who were like, yeah, we'll get you out. Portugal, which was not part of the war.
Yeah.
Huge like spy network fucking center.
Damn,
like there's tons of places. So all these fascists, all these Nazis got out.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother conversation. But sorry, man, I just popped into what you were saying. I didn't even catch it.
No, I was just talking about
I was in the pisser.
One of the fucking guys, when he was like coming of old age or something, they were like, hey, do you want to fucking, we got to kind of retire you. Oh, yeah. But people were like, we know who he is. It's so funny, like the people at the Nuremberg trials, they were like, oh, I fucking know that guy. Like, and he's
that's that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like,
and one of these guys people had just wanted, people from families, they were like, that's the fucking guy. There's like, remember Ivan the Terrible? There's like a whole documentary about that guy.
That's fucking crazy.
I never saw Cleveland. It. I mean, the story sounds wild.
Oh, you never watched it?
Never saw it.
I think it was him, but it's not 100% clear if it was.
Sure.
But and the Jewish lawyer who defends him is hilarious.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, dude. That's interesting. But yeah, one guy there, I was just mentioning, I'll say real quick, towards the end they were like, hey man, we got to fucking retire you. I know there's people after you, kind of, they want it all to fucking end. And they were like, do you want to just go back to Germany where they're probably going to fucking, have you killed or put you in jail? Or do you just want to, like, quote unquote, stay here? And he was like, yeah, I'm going to go to Argentina, bro. Like, that's where all those guys fucking tried to end up.
Oh, like years later, you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad, dude.
No. But I mean, regardless, people were still trying to.
It's like, yeah, I have buddies down there.
Yeah. Dude, in this.
My son has gone to college. My wife has left me. I am what you call empty nester. I will go down to Argentina. My son got into Auburn University. Yeah. War Eagle.
That'd be so fucking funny.
American football is very entertaining.
It's so fast. They're so strong.
I listened to it on radio when designing. Never mind. Never mind.
I make vaccination. I make strong poison. I can't say the right thing that I want to say, but I will make you stronger and faster. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I think also one thing yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say like some bigger, stronger, faster. That just like made me think like do you think like there had to be some of those guys who they took from Nazi Germany, who they were just like, you're part of the Olympic program. And they're smiling the whole time. And they're like, let's fucking go, dude.
Yeah.
All those East German medals that got stripped away later, they were like,
yeah,
she's on fucking roids, dude.
Yeah. I mean, in that time, I'm also wondering, like,
all those world record women who are just like cleaning like 400 pounds, dude.
They're like 10 pounds below what the men are doing. But yeah, dude, I don't know. I wonder that too. I mean, and this went on for so long. There was guys who
it lasted through the 60s because, like,
yeah.
Again, as I mentioned way earlier, like these, not everybody was just available. Like we blew the fuck out of Germany.
Yeah.
Parts of it at least. And like, we're like, well, these guys are kind of scattered all over. Not all of them are in Berlin.
Yeah.
And we only have access, here's what I couldn't find out is, did we ever go into East Berlin and smuggle guys out? Because that was controlled by Soviets.
That I don't know, but I would probably say yes. I think the U.S. at that point was just like, dude, and just a moment in history where you're just like, dude, we're trying to be Superman in the world of fucking DC,
we were like, this
Marvel.
Is our shot, dude.
Yeah.
We're like, this is our shot.
This
dude.
is everything right now.
We're like, we've been fucking sitting on the sidelines for all these world wars.
Yeah.
We always got in at the end.
Yeah.
That's what's so funny. We're like, yeah, we'll sell you shit. Yeah, man, we're over fucking here, dude. Whatever, dude. They're like, oh, Japan's talking shit, dude? What the
what?
fuck?
Dude, those guys are like 5 feet.
Start training people. No, and then we were like, this is our shot, dude. We just gained a bunch of territory all over the world.
Yeah.
Like, we're getting all these fucking scientists. Like, let's step on the fucking gas, dude.
That's it. Dude.
That's what basically the end of World War II is. It's the U.S. stepping on the fucking gas, dude.
You're right.
And just going, this is ours for the taking, dude. Like,
yeah.
This is our time.
The world.
And it was. It was our
now.
fucking time, dude.
Yeah.
And, we got some guys that kind of help us. And, whatever.
Well, dude, and as long as this went on, I was just going to say, so this war criminal, Kurt DeBus, who got in with NASA right away. So, dude, they put him into the Kennedy, the National Space Hall of Fame in 1969. And starting in 1990, they started giving away an annual DeBus Award.
Right.
So even last year, there was a guy, I forget the guy's name, but like they still give this award away to this guy who was a full-blown Nazi. Like, and it's no big deal. The woman, again, Annie Jacobson, that's her name, right?
Yeah, that author.
She,
what did I call her?
that lady who writes.
That lady author, yeah.
That lady who writes the little stories, that girl. Yeah. But she had made mention where she talked to the people at the national, what is it called? The National Space Club. That's what it is. And she's like, what do you say to people who accept the award or are nominated or anybody that goes, I know who this guy is? And their response was, we've never had anyone ask us.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah. And
so, wasn't there a guy before him that they named the award after, and then he got tagged again in some other not the Nuremberg, but like maybe like Israel was like, he's one of the guys. And we were like, fuck, all right, let's cancel the award. And
no,
just like,
I think
I fucking vaguely remember reading that.
This is showing here, it's saying, since 1990, the Space Club of Florida has presented its annual DeBus Award to recognize significant aerospace achievements in Florida, including individuals associated with launch vehicles, spacecraft operation, ground support.
Hey,
The award conceived
If it gets you, a full ride to Florida State, I mean, it gets you a full ride to Florida State. Yeah, I want to learn about, fucking rockets and shit.
Yeah.
What's your GPA? 2.3. Yeah.
Dude, one thing I wanted to talk about, I think we kind of brushed on it earlier, but this was like, especially with those, with the Nazis that were dealing with medical and like chemical warfare and biological warfare.
Yeah.
There was, so Camp King was a Cold War black site. The CIA,
Fuck yeah, dude.
Army, Air Force, and Naval Intelligence
We
shared
did some
access.
diabolical shit there.
Yeah. So they're using their quote unquote extreme interrogation techniques and quote behavior modification programs as part of CIA operations Bluebird and Artichoke. So that's I think what it was before it was Operation Paperclip. I think it was Operation Bluebird, This leads these extreme techniques that these German scientists are using on people for interrogation and behavior modification programs. Before it was MKUltra, it was Operation Bluebird and Operation Artichoke. So these guys are giving these fucking people LSD and acid. They're giving a bunch of Johns fucking.
Oh, this is that whole thing in San Francisco.
Well, dude, I'm saying like this is like Operation Paperclip was the beginning of what MKUltra was. They used those same scientists.
Oh, interesting. They used some of those people
to the shit that they were probably doing to Jewish people.
That's a great point. Like, when I said step on the gas, like let's utilize all the talents of these in quotes resources that we took from Germany.
Yeah.
To fund all these weird projects that we need any advantage possible
that no one can know about
to defeat communism, to beat the Russians. Like, we're using we're getting 100% out of everybody, no matter how fucking weird or dangerous or stupid the project may seem. Yeah.
Well, the intent, that's always it, dude. All these, I mean, every government, even the intent of the fucking Nazis was like, well, we're trying to get a pure and clean fucking, nation.
I don't know what everybody's
What's the big deal? And that's what the U.S.
Who runs your banks? They're like, we know who runs ours. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. No, and the U.S. at that point was like, and this was, I forget what year that is, but I mean, I'm trying to look it up. Dude, as soon as I saw that there was a connection with Operation Paperclip being like the groundwork to MKUltra, it's like, dude, there's just no care. It is exactly what you say, just fucking pedal to the metal.
Like we're using everybody.
Yeah. And God knows the fucking people who went in there and were changed forever. I mean, people still think, without getting into MKUltra, because that's a whole other fucking thing too, but it's like Charles Manson, fucking Ted Kaczynski, fucking all these guys that, like, how much of that do you think would have happened?
The big name people. Like, how about just like Joe Blow on the street, dude?
Yeah. Well,
that you never heard of.
Well, people think that those initial, like, I don't want to call them specimen, but like the initial patients, quote unquote patients that these fucking Germans got their hands on was like, all right, the first thing we want to have you guys do is like Manchurian candidate someone. We're just going to make you fucking
like
kill. And it could be anybody.
Here's what
it could be a little grandma.
It was like two dudes just like feet up on desks. Like they're having a couple whiskeys. Like end of the day, they're like, how the fuck do we use this guy again? Like, I don't know. Maybe we could train somebody to kill someone, but they don't know it. He's like, that's fucking dumb.
You're
He's like,
you dummy.
I don't know. Should we ask him? We should at least ask him. They're like, dude, we're about to get fired. We need to get our project going.
Yeah, that's right. It was fucking the due date for this project was coming to a close. You're like, fuck, Danny, do we fucking look? We're gonna kill somebody, but they don't remember. They don't remember.
Yeah,
You're
they
like,
were.
You are out of your fucking mind.
They were the fucking dudes who just like procrastinated. They're like, fuck, let's do next Tuesday. Shit. Like, all right, who do we got? Who hasn't been taken?
Right.
They were like, all right, oh, fucking mind control shit. That's not gonna work. It's like, let's give it a shot.
Look, we got Jimmy from New Jersey. We got Monica from Peoria. We got fucking Tracy from Kansas City. Look, let's roll the dice here. One of them's got to kill fucking Shannon. What was that bitch? Shannon Tate. You just like kill
Sharon
somebody.
Tate.
Sharon Tate. Just go.
Like, I just don't like her movies.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
That's one of the things she wrote down in like.
You got this guy Charlie. I think you'll like him. we have this man Charlie.
Yeah.
He's quite crazy.
Likes to dance.
He writes songs. They're okay.
His first album's good. His second, not so good.
I did not like his first album.
Oh, see, that's what we're
Singer-songwriters, I'm not a huge fan of.
He did a little.
And they're like, fellas, what are we doing? They're like, oh yeah, he will kill someone. Oh yeah.
But that's what people think. Like it was like a Manchurian Candidate, like concept. That's where that
we tried all that shit, dude.
idea started.
Remote viewing. We tried psychic shit. We tried all that weird stuff. Project Stargate.
Yeah.
Like all that weird fucking shit. We're like, what are the Soviets doing? Yeah. And they were like, Soviets were sending us like fake information. They're like, I don't know, tell them they're like, we got a fucking spy in the British intelligence. He's like, we have spy in British intelligence. Like, what should we tell Americans we're doing? Like, mind control? They're like, yeah.
And like, woman broke leg, gave her tuberculosis.
They're like, yeah, it's fucking, goes nowhere. But let's let them figure that.
Yeah, man. But yeah, that's dude. Dude, did you read about Walter Dornberger?
No, dude. So
fuck.
What's he all about, dude?
No, fuck. I had put him down as one of the guys.
Walter Dornberger?
He was a German engineer, but we could probably cut this. I don't remember. Fuck. Officer whose career spanned World War I and II. He was leader of the Nazi Germany V2. I forget why the fuck I screenshotted this one. All right. The one guy that I was gonna say, kind of in touch on what you were saying, like all these guys were decorated murderous people. These scientists, like the specific people that they talk about,
like indirectly, but well, not all of them.
Right.
Some of them were fucking nuts, but
the real
most of them were indirectly responsible for the deaths of a lot of people.
Right. And the guys that were like the higher up people that the U.S. ended up getting, there was one guy who, his name is Otto Ambrose, and was like notoriously just like an evil guy.
Real piece of shit, huh?
Yeah. Just like, there was pictures of like a woman where he was like trying to like put something on. Like this guy was like a kid playing fucking, what's that game with the body and you try to pull the bone, like little pieces out?
I know what you're talking about. It's weird.
Yeah.
What is that called?
Body zip.
Operation.
Yeah. This guy was fucking playing Operation with people. She's got like this huge fucking scar down her leg, but all of Hitler's people, like all of Hitler's like right hand men, obviously like Goebbels, Goering, fucking Himmler. They all had like little badges that they wore.
Yeah.
That was a whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
So
they
like,
all had, you know, it's not unlike what we do.
yeah,
Specialized
exactly.
insignia. Yeah.
And it's, I mean, dude, I just find that shit funny. But anyways, it's like
they're
a little kid.
Like, they're theirs for like medical experiments. And ours were like, yeah, you know, he saved the lives of like 20 other Marines. You know? Like, that's kind of the difference there.
Yeah. But this guy Otto Ambrose, just like a horrible man. This guy was on the like the podium or whatever, the fucking thing in court at the Nuremberg trials.
Yeah.
And there's a photo of him just like laughing with his lawyer because he's like, I know something
like,
these people
see this
don't
shit,
know.
dude?
Yeah. Like, these people have no idea I'm going to get away scot-free. So this guy is credited with inventing...
It's fucked up, dude.
Yeah, he's credited with creating... what was it? He created some sort of chemical that killed people faster. Then on top of that, he's credited with...
The Cyclone B guy?
No, it starts with an S. I can't fucking remember right now. But he also invented synthetic rubber, which came huge,
We were
clutch, dude.
Nice.
Nazis.
We need that guy.
So he was like, he got his little fucking pin that said, I'm one of Hitler's fucking buddies. And he ends up being the, what was it? He like ended up just being like, a lot of these guys just ended up being high-ranking people in the U.S. government. Like, that's
and specific
insane.
departments. Yeah, because, you know, I'm sure I did read some of them went on to like work outside of the government. Like I read one guy went on to have like a long career with Chrysler. Like it makes sense, but like
yeah,
that goes back to my question is like, you know, how long did we tell these guys like you have to work for us for like a specific amount of time, like, you know, 20 years, or was it more just like when we're done with you, we'll let you know?
I'm almost certain,
what I mean?
dude, it was like, let's see what you got. And if you got the stuff,
You got the goods, dude.
you got the goods.
Yeah, man. We held the fucking.
I think that's what it was, dude. It was like you. So yeah, this guy.
Their pro days. Their pro days were fucking.
Yeah, dude. That's it. Because this guy on his pro day, he showed that
just 12 military guys, a couple scientists standing around like, see what you got. What kind of spiral are you throwing, dude?
dude. So this Otto Ambrose was the guy who came up with synthetic rubber, but he had also come up with nerve agents, sarin and tabium.
Oh, sarin gas. That shit is
sarin
fucked,
gas.
dude.
That's what it was, dude. And it started with an S.
That's like
though.
what like Gaddafi was using on his people, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And fuck.
When he wasn't at fucking Studio 54, dancing his ass off, dude, and doing blow.
Running into Michael Jackson,
giving
dude.
diamonds to people.
Oh, fuck. I'm trying to remember. They're never going to put. Yeah, dude. I mean, he was arrested. This guy, Otto Ambrose, was arrested in 46. Went to the Nuremberg trials in 48. And he was basically released in 1951. And then he was just like with the U.S., just hanging out, bro.
Like, yeah, he's on the phone like, come to Huntsville. It's so nice here.
Fuck, they gave him some sort of U.S. title, and I can't fucking remember what it is, and I'm not seeing it here. But all these guys, dude, I think just the end-all, be-all of this is just like, dude, if you can come up with something,
If you're useful,
you will go, and it doesn't even matter that you're a murderous, horrible human.
we were at war. We're still at war. What can you do for us?
Yeah. What can you do for us now and in the future? I think that went a long way too. Like, is this good for us now, or is this good for us in the long run?
Yeah, no, 100%. So the only other thing I want to talk about is just Huntsville. Like, it was this small city. Actually, I want to read something.
Yeah.
This is what it was. They were later sent to Huntsville, then a sleepy farm town known at the time as the watercress capital of the world. I don't quite know what that means, watercress.
I don't know either.
The army had converted it an arsenal, so whatever, a military outpost, had some fucking munitions there, I'm sure. Maybe it was a training
They're getting
facility.
this information.
Converted an arsenal into a missile development.
No, here's what they did. They sat down.
If you go to Huntsville today,
interrogation room there.
driven through Huntsville.
Two guys sit down there, look at this.
I've never
German
So
guy.
I've only driven through it,
You got nukes?
and you can see this thing
We
from
heard you got
fucking like 2 miles away.
Yeah.
A giant rocket. That's just, and it's just got NASA written on it, and you can see it in the fucking highway. It's a trip, dude. Jeez. So they just sent all these Germans to Alabama, and they were like, "This is where you live now." They were like, "There's people here called African Americans. I'm sure you've never seen one. So don't be shocked when you do. We know you hate." Yeah, just maybe don't go to that part of town. But no, there's still like a neighborhood there called like Deutsche Village or something, like, you know.
Oh, sure.
But like, it's just odd to me that they were just like, let's just pick a place. Yeah, Huntsville, Alabama.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. And then I also saw afterwards, like, it was either Mercedes-Benz or one of the other German car companies. When they decided to build American plants, they put them, like, in Alabama.
It had to have been.
Because all those German engineers live there.
It had to have been BMW, dude.
It was either BMW or Mercedes.
You know why I think it's BMW? Do you know where the BMW logo comes from?
Yeah, the Luftwaffe. It's a fucking...
Yeah, it's a propeller,
It's
right?
propellers, yeah.
Yeah.
They made all the engines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's who it was. Dude, I bet you... Dude.
And it's just like a culture shock. That's all I'm saying. Like, you drop all these German scientists into fucking Alabama in, like, 1945. Like, they're like, you fucking live here now. It's hot as fuck.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's, like, not great.
You think it was just culturally? Look, a lot of these people agree with you.
That's a possibility, dude. Yeah, maybe that was part of the equation. They're like, well, we can't send them to fucking Iowa. Like,
Yeah.
They're like, they'll fucking kill themselves, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like, we need to get out of here. Like, I hear California is nice.
I'm trying to think, like...
No, but, like, still to this day, that's where NASA builds their rockets, in Huntsville.
Dude, see, like, that's weird to me still.
That's, like, the main research area of NASA, dude.
That's
Huntsville,
fucking
Alabama.
weird. That's bullshit, dude.
Yeah, and then,
Why?
you know, they fucking launch everything in Florida and Texas, but, like,
Yeah.
Houston and, like, Pensacola or one of those fucking bullshit cities in Florida. But, yeah, man, it's just like Huntsville. It's still that to this day, dude. It's still NASA city.
You know who
Lasting
owns,
legacy. That's
you know-
all I'm saying. Like, it's just, I don't know, man.
You know who owns space? NASA does. That's fucking Ricky from Trailer Park Boys.
That's good. Yeah, man. I don't know. It's just a fucking crazy story, dude. I'm sure there's a ton we missed. Fuck all of you. You can go read a book yourself, bitch.
That's right. That's right.
That's pretty
us.
much all I got, though, man.
Yeah, follow us on Bread
Circus Pod
Circus Pod.
on Instagram. Don't be a fucking pussy, dude.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying. You want to talk shit? Talk shit.
our shit's out there. You drop in our DMs, okay?
Yo, where you at on Tumblr? We're not giving away the Tumblr. You
We're
gotta
not
find
giving
it.
away the Tumblr yet.
You gotta find that shit, dude. We don't want people to go there. So
Operation Paperclip. Go fuck yourselves.